Is my levels okay? Oops. Wrong.
Commence primary ignition.
Hello, I'm Mary Oyaya. I play Jedi Master Luminara Ujuli in Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, and you're watching the virtual Cantina Network.
Hey,
Hey.
Spencer,
Welcome.
you got something blocking you there.
Yeah, it's probably my light. It was. Oh, there we go.
Nice. All
Hey,
right.
everybody. Welcome to another week of the Virtual Cantina Watch Along. We are at episode 6 of the Acolyte.
3/4 of the way.
3/4 of the way. I can't believe it, but I'm sitting here with Sing Chewy. We got Jeff and Dave. How are you guys?
We're a
It takes the two of them to
duality
be
of
one. It
force.
takes the two of them to be one Wookiee.
Duality of Kashyyyk. It's gonna get out of hand.
Oh, it's fantastic. What's going on, Ray from Canada? Can't wait to see you in a couple
Ray's
of
always right on it. He's very on it.
Brilliant. But yes, we are very excited. As we mentioned, we are on a special night tonight because tomorrow in the United States is the 4th of July.
Happy belated Canada Day, Ray.
Yes,
Oh, yes.
happy birthday, Canada Day. But yeah, we're taking tomorrow night off so everybody can, have some hot dogs and burgers and beer and all
Watch
kinds of jazz and
sparkly stuff
hopefully not burning your hands off.
or blow.
Don't forget to leave out cookie and milk for Anthony Mackie.
Okay.
I love this.
See, I have a lovely tradition in my family. So my nephews, their mom is Canadian, my sister-in-law is Canadian, and of course my brother not. So I have a tradition of on Canada Day, my first nephew gets a copy of Captain Canuck comic book. And then on 4th of July, my other nephew gets a copy of Captain America.
Very
That's
good.
So if you had someone from Russia, would you give them Red Guardian?
It's entirely possible I would do that. I think actually I have a Red Guardian Funko that I'm going to make into Captain Canuck because they don't have a Captain Canuck Funko.
Gotcha.
Ooh, Mr.
So
Raider.
So much goodness going on here. Very excited about, obviously we are right now 4 weeks away from our day at Disneyland. We'll be halfway through the Virtual Cantina Family Vacation 2. Already blasted through 2 different Bunta Eves. Yeah. And boy, we've had changes in the last 24 hours. It's been kooky.
Ups
kind
and
of spooky,
downs.
ups and downs, but that's the business. But glad to announce that our good friend, who is the host of Alderaan Idol 2023 in London, Mr. Details, will be joining us. And what a excitement we've had, because last night Details showed up in the very episode we're going to be watching tonight.
Spoilers. Oh, yes. By the way, if you're here, we're breaking our own 48-hour
big time.
Because
not that we followed. I mean, usually the lately they've been dropping on Wednesdays, although these shows have been Tuesdays. So when it's Wednesdays, we're still less than 48 hours out. So we're like 44 or something.
We're breaking the law.
Oh yeah. Yep. So close those ears.
Yeah. So, but we're very excited about this episode. We're very excited to see Dee on, in the United States, which, it's funny because a lot of people are like, wow, we saw that he was going to be at San Diego Comic-Con. We were just waiting for you guys to make the announcement. I'm like, You know something? That was I kept on saying that's the ultimate Easter egg is that everybody knew that Dee has a history with us and was
Right.
stateside. So
That's cool.
Well, and we would be
Insight.
remiss without mentioning it's amazing that Dee's going to be there. Dee was going to be there anyway, but we do need to announce again that Tate Fletcher is unable to appear now because of other commitments and things that he's got going on. So
Sadness.
yes, happiness and sadness.
but Tate's a
Yeah.
good friend of the group. I'm sure he's going to show up in the
Give a
future.
little, take a little. It's
Yeah.
all good.
But he's a good friend of the group. We have a really great relationship with him, and I'm sure that he'll be on something again in the future. So
Yeah, we'll hope to have him at another Bunta weekend.
absolutely. But we got so many other things, and I gotta tell you, so Tux just did his first show ever this past weekend,
Oh.
and everybody said that he
Not
was
in
life.
Well, I told you that it's like meant to happen. I walked into like a new vintage toy store, and what was hanging right on the peg, like right there,
here.
first thing that I
Nice.
come in, it's like I am buying that. That is mine.
So that's absolutely fantastic. So I'm very excited for you guys to get to meet him. He's very excited about that. Daniel Stevens, his first signing ever. And if you're going to see Deadpool Wolverine, get your popcorn bucket.
Hmm.
Because those will be nice, a nice, probably black paint on the yellow.
Or a blue on the black on the ears.
Ooh.
Because there's no blue from the outfit that, like Hugh wears.
Right, yeah.
So you do the contrast to the blue, like a light blue deco would be absolutely gorgeous, which I will. So here's a funny story. So, we're telling all of our actors, make sure that you have something on your table, but obviously if you have something of your own, bring it. They talked about in the last episode of celebrating autographs. And one of the people from the San Francisco show messaged me. She's like, well, what kind of Sharpies should I get? I was like, well, you should definitely have some fine tip Sharpies, black, and some fine tip silvers. However, if you don't want to invest in paint pens, just find Dave or I. We'll probably have a bag of them on us at any particular time.
Right there.
Yes.
I got
The popcorn bucket of the famous Canadian superhero Logan. I thought the famous Canadian superhero was Terrence and Phillip or Brian Adams.
I thought it was Shania Twain.
What about Bret the Hitman Hart?
Jim Carrey.
There you go. But anyway, just we're very excited about everything that's going on. We're very excited. We're going to spend so much time with everybody. I mean, I know right now, thanks to a lot of coordination today, all of us are going to be in Oga's at the same exact time. So we're going to have over 100 people in Oga's at one within the 12 to 1 o'clock on the 31st.
That is crazy.
Let's see if we can do a big giant panorama or something.
Hey, why not? But yeah, so much goodness going on. We're very excited about everything that's going on. And if you have any questions about the trip or anything of that nature, please let us know. But also, you never know who might show up. There's a little indie film being shot, 10 miles away from where we're going to be at Scum and Villainy. So,
yep. It truly will be a hive of scum and villainy. Actually, that will be Oga's, but prior to that, Scum and Villainy will be a hive of scum and villainy.
I absolutely do believe that's going to be a hive. But very excited and wish you were coming, Anthony. But your crew over at the Discord, thank you very much for assisting us. We are going to have our incredible private saver meetup at Galaxy's Edge Batu West, right before the Star Wars fireworks over on Batu. So that's going to be incredible. Greatly appreciate to Discord crew, especially AJ and Trish, Trish and Toddy, who have been spearheading, getting everything together for us. So we greatly appreciate all of our partners. And I'll also be remiss as well is that at Big's Bar and Grill, we will have sabak with Sully. Brought to you by our great sponsor, Hyperspace Props. And if you can go to Hyperspace Props right now, hyperspaceprops.com, and type in the code BUNTA, you'll get 10% off of all your purchases. And it could be a sabak set, it could be some cosplay pieces, it could be a whole slew of stuff. They have t-shirts, they have swag.
Those metal credits are sexy. Those are
Yeah.
just like that's gonna be the best.
Did either one of you take a look at any of that?
I have been shopping for the metal credits. I want a set to like have and play starter with. I don't know if I'm gonna bite on the metal ones until I learn if I'm any good at the game. I might go get like a 3D printed set, which they do as well, and then go back for a metal set.
But if you're interested in playing Sabak, Sully does have a sign-up sheet up on our page. Take a look at that. We're looking for more players.
That's cool.
He'll be teaching people and also giving away prizes to every game for 3 hours. Is going to get someone's going to get some prizes, but which might be some credits, might be a Sabak set. I keep on saying Sabak set like it's a box set. Like I'm like
It's a box.
Box.
It's as bad as me saying, yeah, we're on X.
Uh-huh.
We're not.
Well, that's legit. Anyways.
Oh, we're kids of the 90s. What can I tell you?
Here's the graphic we should have showed earlier, which is of the the disco.
Yes,
I don't know why.
so you can meet up with us at the Thai Echelon at 7:30 p.m. Bring your sabers. Hopefully your sabers are more than a $12 kind or more than a $5 kind. They gave away at Family Park last night for the showing of A New Hope.
I'm bringing this one.
There you go.
It just fell apart.
Be careful, Jeff. Jeff might make you cry.
That's why you don't do that.
Jeff, how many? So
people has he made cry about sabers?
How many people have made cry? Only one. How many of these sabers do I have? How many?
Well, no. How many different variations of a Savvy saber can be made? Because one of our members was saying, "Well, I built every kind that was at Savvy." So I'm like,
I doubt that.
All 800 variants.
Well, what you need to do is build each style at least twice, because that way you get both sets of pieces.
Mm-hmm.
But once you've done that, the Franken saber freaking effect goes in, and you can make something that's nothing like anybody else's based on.
So you can't technically make all the variations at Savi's because they're going to make you
it's one style,
one of the styles. But then once you have all of those pieces, you can do anything you want to with it. And he was showing that you can get that snazzy little VC piece that's
custom emitter. Made by our good friend John Chiato. This one I repainted, but it started out black and was sold at the swag table at Bunta in Anaheim for Celebration O. And then the rest of this is mostly power and not power and control, something in defense. Anyways, I forget the names of all the different styles, but I have another one that has a similar setup, but it's got like one piece of the nature and elemental in nature, like the tooth on the bottom. So you can do a lot of variations. And what's fun is when you put that down on the bar and somebody next to you is like, "Oh, you built the Savi saber," and they're like, "I never seen that one before," and you're like, "Yeah, because I built 3 sabers and combined them together."
I literally just took out my Dooku saber and wrapped it up for the trip. I'm starting to pack my bag.
Is it Dooku or Darth Tyrannus?
Oh no, sorry, Darth Tyrannus. I had the Darth Tyrannus.
Okay. I like the Darth Tyrannus one better personally. That's the only
reason. There's your power and control.
That's the last one. That last one John and I built.
Yeah.
And almost exactly. Let me see the bottom. Let me see the pommel end. Yep, there it is. I bet
is 4,096 combinations.
Well, that's if you have all 8 styles of.
Well, and then that counting the fact that you can sit here and you could change the crystal in this, and it could be a yellow one, or it could
So
be.
you have 6 other options in terms
Yeah.
of the color.
Now, would the new crystals fit in there?
New crystals are exactly the same as the old
Yeah.
crystals. They're just in new
even
packaging.
even the cracked versions?
Yeah, they're all the same form factor. They're I don't have one handy. Well, I have one. Saber, you have one.
Yeah, mine are over there. I don't.
Well, I have one right here. But the there's like 4 different variations of the crystal size sort of style thing, and then so that was one thing. If you get different cut, if you got like 4, let's say you bought 4 red ones trying to get a black one, the likelihood is that you're going to have variations in cut. Like this is obviously a purple one, so it's probably mace. But this variation in cut is also in the red version is Count Dooku. I just know it based on the look because I went through all of 8 million red ones that I bought prior to getting my blacks, and was familiarized with that. But
and then you've got your more traditional. I think this is the Peace and Justice, maybe.
Peace and Justice, that's what it is. Yeah, I have elements of that here. So I just have the custom emitter on the top for this was also so I could demonstrate the idea of the custom emitter to people at the con that we were attending and see if I could sell any of them. I don't think I did, but
do we still have some of those? Will we have those?
There probably are some around, and at the very least John could reprint it. I'm sure he has the file still.
I do have a couple. I think up in my storage unit. I'll see if I have them. I can bring them over. But anyway, I digress. So we're gonna be watching episode 6 of Acolyte in a few minutes. But let's recap a little bit. Episode 5. Holy crap!
Yes,
that was a powerhouse episode.
The body count, and I love how quiet.
Sorry.
How quiet the fandom menace got after that episode.
Oh, right. They calmed their asses down.
See, and they're like, oh my God, there is Star Wars. We're like, yeah, we've been watching it for like 8 episodes lately. Like, what the H?
But it was also different. It wasn't traditional. It was, there was a lot of different angles and different types of things going on that you wouldn't have necessarily got previously, but it was still that much that intensity was there. So
I mean, like we all knew who the stranger was going to be. Obviously, we always had our fan theories, and we're like, okay, it's low hanging fruit. We know it's going to be him.
Fairly
But
obvious.
I didn't know it was going to be him. I thought it was Man Osha's mother.
Yeah, that was talk of that, but I felt the option that it was going to be him was a little bit more kind of in your face and likely. So,
right, it's like hidden in plain sight, and
yeah, exactly.
Very interesting. I mean, it was almost like, oh my God, the season finale of Mandalorian season 2. Okay, we see the X-wing. All right, we know it's going to be Luke Skywalker. It's like we knew it was going to happen. It was low hanging fruit. It was
going to be Plo Koon before he got. No, that wasn't him that got cured. But I loved how they did that misdirect on set, and in even some of the artwork that Dave put together was of Plo Koon and not of Luke.
Well, if you saw that the podcast that when Katie Sackhoff had Ming-Na Wen on, she was talking about Ming-Na's like, oh, I knew. How did you know? It was obvious. It was a red and green, R2 painting. I saw the glove. I saw the X-wing. I'm like, oh my God, they're bringing Luke. She's like, no, Dave was telling me that it was Plo Koon. It's only going to be Plo Koon. And when I saw it, I wrote back, you lied to me. And he's like, well, did you enjoy it? Yeah, but you lied to me. But did you enjoy it?
But did you die?
But did you die?
But did you die? So Troy says if it wouldn't have been Khmer, there would have been a riot. I don't know about that.
I think they could have pivoted options. There could have been options
I
for
think
them to
they
go
could have
different.
pivoted that. I don't think that because people don't suspect in theory the bumbling weasel, but it was kind of obvious he was straight, there. But Anthony Riley says Janky's fight in particular was amazing. During that fight, I was imagining more episodes of her kicking butt across the galaxy. Yeah,
Yeah, we
well,
need some
Janky got
backstory.
Janky. Yep,
She was not. She's no longer janky.
yep.
He is
And
Jackie.
Dave Filoni got to see Plo Koon die twice.
Yes,
You see,
Jackie has
Sherry,
earned an actual name after that episode. We don't have to call her David Bowie anymore.
yes,
That too.
she's Ziggy Stardust.
Yeah.
Sherry said that Mother Corliss would have been okay with that. I honestly still think Mother Corliss is going to show up somewhere. We didn't see her body. I mean, maybe I'm fan theorizing way too much right now, but she hated the gem. But one thing I'm looking forward to talking about later on is also the fact that they purposely put Kylo Ren's theme in episode 5.
And there could be more of that coming up. We don't know.
Yeah. So that's actually pretty cool. And also, this episode has another duality type of title, which a good friend of ours, Justin from the 501st, said these titles are from a certain point of view. I'm like, that was mind blowing. I was like, holy crap, you're right.
Yep.
And
there's a lot of that, I think.
Screen Rant
That's
actually
why-
had an article the other day that a third-party ratings person said that The Acolyte was the second most streamed Star Wars property under Obi-Wan Kenobi. That these review bombings are they're not messing with the
Yes.
ratings.
Okay. Well,
Hey,
I mean,
Mackenzie. So
in terms of ratings, it's only.
I wanna
I mean, that's
talk-
obviously hard data. So that's sorry to interrupt.
No problem. So I want to say hi to our good friend Mackenzie Max Rebo. If you've seen Vanessa Marshall touting about a little Hera, that's Mackenzie.
Oh,
I've
excellent.
seen her at several shows, and her parents, Michael and Jen, are absolutely lovely. Just saw them over at Fan Expo Boston, where she was dressed as Hera, as Ahsoka. She actually did Leia with the fingerless gloves, which was actually really, really cool from Obi-Wan. But welcome.
Cool.
Glad you could join us tonight, Mackenzie. You're always welcome to be on our show. Love to have you come on, talk Star Wars with us. But they also, so Anthony, going back to that, Anthony says they've been sprinkling all sorts of musical callbacks and loves David Collins' podcast. Of that. David Collins is an awesome guy in general, if you ever had an opportunity to meet him. Great musician as well. He always performs with like Blues Harvest at Celebration. But the music's been spot on as far as the music since Mandalorian. Let's just say this: you got big shoes to fill when it comes to John Williams, and they've had some really good music between Ludwig and the Kleiners and the person who's doing Acolyte. Some really good stuff. I mean, obviously that's adding a lot of panache. I don't know. I'm honestly I'm enjoying the nods, but at the same time, I'm really enjoying the fact that we're getting something new.
Yeah,
definitely.
It's definitely different stuff. It's not like you said. Oh, I think it was going to be there. I saw that coming. It's like I think they've done a lot of stuff that I didn't see coming.
Oh yeah. Some of this stuff is really hard. I mean, most of it's new, so seeing it coming doesn't seem likely to me. But
And I think this episode we're about to watch, and we'll talk about this at great length later, has the greatest answer to the war between the Jedis and the Sith that has ever been uttered. And I'm like, why was
It's
this
just
never brought up before? Because I lost my stuff when I heard that. Like, we'll talk about it later, but to me, that's like one of the best lines ever in Star Wars. It's
Mm.
up there for me with "I am no Jedi." Like that's how I look at it.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely cool. Exactly, Sherry.
don't
General
give it
Kenobi.
away.
Yeah.
Sherry's doing the spoiler alerts tonight.
Yes. Spoiler alert.
She's just doing the spoiling.
Speaking of which, you can still get your Jeff Spoiler Alert T-shirt available on our TeePublic store, and we're probably gonna have another TeePublic T-shirt probably sometime in the next week. So keep.
I bet we will. And of course, in spirit of the day tomorrow is the Patriotic Collection is still up there. They won't ship and you won't have it in time for this year, but you can be patriotic year round.
As you should be. There you go.
Yeah.
Pretty snazzy.
Very red, white, and bluey.
Yep. And also want to give a props over to the Virtual Cantina Network, which is officially trademarked by the United States government.
America.
And all I could say is, cello this.
That's it.
So we got about four. We putting Bluey on our merch now. I don't know. I don't want another cease and desist.
Yeah. How could we do that?
Thank you, Mac. Greatly appreciate that. So yeah, we're gonna be starting to watch episode 6 in about 4 minutes from now. So please make sure you have your Disney Plus all queued up, right to the Disney Splash, and then we'll go and watch a little something.
And talk over the episode, and not
and spoil it for you if you haven't seen it already. So
exactly
that's on you.
Oh yeah, don't forget they all die in the end. No, that was the last episode.
Oh yeah.
I
think she's saying that maybe Ashley is referring to like Bluey is the first thing that comes up when I open the Disney Plus. Right before the Acolyte. So Bluey outranks the Acolyte.
Oh no, not this. Anyways, I'm gonna step away for a quick second. I'll be right back.
Yep, I gotta.
And now we're saying completely different. I'm having way too much fun. I'm sorry. I just bought a new soundboard a couple of weeks ago, and I'm just loving life over here in my new studio. So please indulge me. But Justice for that's going to be another T-shirt. Justice for Jackie.
It should
be. Oh my gosh. But yeah,
oh my.
See, you're not the only one that can play with the fun.
No, I love this. It's like we're like having too much fun with this. We're gonna be shut off the air because of our sound bites. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
We're waiting for Jess to come back, but we're getting ready for that. But don't forget, 4 weeks from today, we'll be at Disneyland. We've already had 2 different Bunta Eves already gone through. One more in San Francisco. We got some excitement. Jackie Jam. The Yord Horde remembers. The Yord abides.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Oh man, it happens. But anywho, yes, we're very excited about all the guests and the fun we're gonna have in the shenanigans. All right, Mac, have a great night. Thank you so much for joining us. We're glad you stopped by.
Have a good one.
Is that a new cereal?
Oh my! Right there. Yeah.
So that's how you kill a Jedi with no weapon.
I mean, there's some deep stuff going on in there. Is the why do you need to do it with no weapon just to prove? I don't know. There's some more backstory. There's some more stuff there that hasn't been revealed, and there's a
You know,
lot of stuff
yeah.
that we're gonna want revealed in like the next 2 episodes. So it's gonna be
You know, it
crazy.
was funny because usually when they asked him his motivation, usually they're like, what's your motivation? I want world domination. I want to kill all the Jedi.
It's like, I
No,
want
I
a
want a
friend.
pupil. Oh, okay. So there might have been an
Well,
easier way to get a pupil.
well, and beyond that, though, the whole long
They got to kill
monologue
a dozen people.
is like, I want to be free. Is it's like what? I want to be the Sith, to be free from the mandates and the dictates of the Jedi. It's like, hello. It's like Jedi William Wallace. Freedom.
All right, it's that time. You guys
Yep.
ready?
So let's talk. Hope you all have your queued up Disney Plus machines, and let's go with the 10-second countdown.
And
Yeah.
away
So-
we go.
So
I
Ray has
understand.
a very interesting question. So if you remember how like the Jedi, when they're a Padawan, they go to what's the name of that planet? Iliad or something of that nature.
Ilum.
Ilum, yeah. Get the Kyber crystal. It's almost like
Mhm.
the wands of Harry Potter, how it talks to them.
Right.
He's like, what if someone stole it and makes it bleed without it being like honed in? Can that be hacked?
There was that, I think, where if he could have done that with the balanced Jedi sabers. I don't know.
So Ray is I think it might be more than to take their weapon to corrupt it and like bleed the crystals. So there's a thing in I mean, I think it's canon, but I'm not sure from where, called the Path of the Open Hand. And and there's some part of the open hand credo, whatever motto, mantra,
Right.
is the force will be free, the force will be free. And him talking about the freedom and the stuff, and then I don't know. It's got a lot of stuff that's similar. So I would not be surprised if they're not working something into that.
Look, Chimere has one of those lights that I project on my ceiling, except it's green. He's got a cool little hot tub going on there in the corner.
Yeah, he's got a very, fancy pants, minimalist kind of deal going.
Did you see that he has a handrail going into his hot tub? That
Uh,
is OSHA regulation.
They actually have handrails in his little cave. Can't on the Death Star, but in
Like we said,
Is it
it's
handrails?
OSHA regulated.
And what's up with these anteater duck bird elephant looking things? I don't know.
what was
I
it
called
that
them.
came out
I
today? Was it official that somebody said that they're part anteater, part duck?
Well, I think that was
Yeah,
the
that's what Star Wars
description of them
.com
from the official site. My description was that they were elephant rat birds.
Elephant rat birds. I like that better.
But
So it was interesting because
they're definitely not as
Leslie
big as
said
elephants.
that Leslie said in an interview today that obviously it was people were expecting to think this was Octu, but it was really just like a red herring that people would get something that would they would recognize. It's
But
like it's familiar.
why is it not given a location name?
Unless it's coming
It
later.
says unknown planet or something like that, didn't it?
It does say
Anyways.
like unknown planet. I don't know if there's a reason why or they'll name that later, or
think maybe they wanted it as a reveal of some sort. I don't know. They definitely showed Lofar multiple times. Yeah, unknown planet, right
What if they
there.
call it Stew John?
no, it's not. No,
Call it V'ger.
V'ger. There you go. I'll accept that.
Yorgs.
Yorks.
Oh my.
God. Okay.
It's a little bit early for that. That scene's coming up soon.
No, I was oh my to him calling it V'ger.
Oh,
See,
The hawk and the
oh,
trick.
see what I did there?
yeah.
So are those like Jedi Sassoon jeans that she's wearing?
What?
Jedi Jord, whatever those ones were called in the 80s. Jordache. Jedi Jordache. That's what she's wearing.
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised to find out that Luke's original pants were bleached jeans.
White Levi's with the pockets removed.
Yeah,
They're more like beige, but yeah, whatever.
long history of that.
Yep. It's got that quivery lip going. I'm still amazed that Jay, whatever his name is, the actor that plays Saul, was learned English for this role and does such an amazing job with his lines.
I did.
It's amazing. I mean, I would not be doing as good of a job trying to learn another
Right,
language.
and I from all accounts I hear he actually learned English. It's not he's memorizing the pronunciation
Right, the specific lines.
He
Oh, Spencer's got a little static going.
yeah.
He's just like, I'll walk right by you with that blade in your hand. I don't care. Oh wait, we don't know that he knows that
So do you
yet.
think you should,
Yeah. Do you think he knows? Does he know? How much does he know? And when does he know?
I was pretty sure that he knew. So, we got a Spencer.
Yeah,
Swirly.
we got a frozen Spencer.
Spencer got a swirly. I saw it on the app first. It's because all that messing with those audio effects he's been doing this show.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's back. There he is. Less swirly, more Spencer.
So apparently, according to Screen Rant, as of 5 hours ago, Leslie Headland did confirm that the unknown planet is not Octo.
Oh, so it's definitely not that.
Yes.
yes, that's what
But
you said.
there's no what it is for sure, though, is there? Like, there's no yes.
I'm still reading the article.
Right. Because until they say what it is, But I guess it could be an unknown planet indefinitely. It doesn't really matter as long as there's confirmation that it's not Octo.
Right.
Little sniffy rodent
Well,
dude.
if you look at Ahsoka, I mean, they at least had a name for the planet in the unknown regions on the other side of the galaxy with Perdia.
It's
and they
Ray.
they told us
You're
that
the
unknown.
best comment.
Okay, it's a part of that system, but it's not the same.
Wah, wah, wah.
This guy's the actor who did this seems like he was having fun.
Twins,
I love his like
Basil.
little use the diagrams thing. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there's several little, they're things. They're not used to driving flying machines as opposed to other vehicles.
I love how there's like a paved walkway where they're at here.
Well, why would there not be?
I think it'd be a little closer to
Gravel,
natural
rocky.
surface or whatever. But this episode really kind of showcases some of the locations, though. See, I was expecting some Sith booty in that shot just because of the way that they framed it. Actually, both of these shots.
And
I'm,
Dave, this is when you press a button.
what are you saying there, Spencer? Oh, she's not wearing jeans. She's got like stretchy pants on. She's got like athletic wear.
And yes.
She's gonna creep on him while he goes for a skinny dip.
Lightsaber envy.
It's one thing about this show that I have not been impressed with is the lightsaber designs.
That is correct. They are very
Seem like generic, and they seem very chonky. Like
they're very tube-like.
Yeah, that looks like a piece of PVC.
We were talking in the support group the other night about how the Kelnakas was not like
should have had more elemental and nature things going on.
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah,
and this weird. One is it's just like some black plumbing pipe or something.
It does really feel like it's like a piece of PVC that they cut grooves into and made that the emitter end. Dropped a whole bunch of
and now's the perfect time for.
Oh my!
There it is.
Oh there you go. Go, Sherry. Oh.
Yord Horde. Why are you here?
There we go.
We were all thinking it. We were thinking we were going to get the first full frontal or rear shot in Star Wars.
Jedi booty.
And I was like, all right, it's coming. We'll wait for it. And they're like, no, you're not getting it. Like,
okay,
you know, I would rather you just did it and got it over with than the fact that we're all still talking about
like
the fact
teasing
that we
it.
almost got it. Like, what the hell, man?
So one thing that just annoyed me about this scene was not that at all. I was like, okay, fine, whatever. The way she points the lightsaber at him like a freaking Roman candle or something.
Yeah, she seems very unfamiliar sort of with it, even though she was the one that was trained.
And she keeps on looking down.
Yeah, well, he's clothed at this point for the most part.
No, he's not. Is he?
Yeah.
Well, we might be a few seconds ahead of you, but yeah, there were definitely downward glances. I think that is an accident.
And then
It's
duffel
like,
bags
eyes
are canon in
here.
Star Wars now.
I know you have a saber, but I'm holding a real saber right here. Like,
They want to exchange sabers.
yeah, Mike was pointing that out last night. He's winning the pool. I was in the pool.
There you go, George. Shrinkage.
Yep.
So loud. We need to do something about the volume on that thing. That is loud.
Oh, I can turn down the volume on background.
That was amazing.
Oh yeah. But it would affect all of them. So they like if one is louder than the other.
Go up and down and okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Just think of that one before you play it. Because our friend Stinky's "The More You Know" track is
sorry.
a little lower.
Actually.
Yeah, exactly. I'm the only one wearing headphones out of us three.
Don't wear headphones.
Serious stuff.
Okay, the docking.
Oh, you got earbuds in. That doesn't count.
Okay, pretty cool.
Like, why did the whole ship go dead at this point? I assume that's Basil doing
rebooting something, but
like squirreliness at the thing.
It wasn't some move that Saul just pulled somehow to try to get her to go away.
I mean, maybe it could be. I assumed that since she went down and Basil, ambushed her, that it was him.
Hey,
here we
there's
are,
our boy.
Better call Saul.
So he didn't do voicing of the character? He just did the actor in the
Correct.
suit role.
So he's done similar characters like that.
Yeah, that one in the graphic that we showed.
Yep.
Is a similar version. Where is that? Here we go. I got it.
Yes, he's played
this guy
before.
Yeah.
So yeah, so
He's got
that
a
was the
wide
character.
variety of characters.
Well, he did that character for The Last Jedi when it was voiced by Jordan Gordon-Levitt.
Joseph
Okay.
Gordon-Levitt, cool. He's going to be in Axel F. That looks fun. That comes out. Did it come out today?
Oh
The
yeah,
new
actually,
Beverly
came
Hills
out
Cop.
today. Yeah, I haven't
I gotta-
watched it yet. But I know some people who did.
Yeah,
Say
I haven't either. I
Yeah.
will be watching it this weekend though, for sure. And actually,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
considering spending $15 and seeing it in the theater because they have it at the Netflix theater, the Egyptian in Hollywood. So I'm actually considering to go see it in the theater.
I think that will be fun.
Yeah,
With
that's the whole
like
thing. Is
so much of the original cast.
yeah, they did bring back a good bunch of the main characters. So there's been a lot of fun featurettes that they've done on it. So
So I'm
So,
down
yeah,
the rabbit hole again on another little thing, and it may be that the reason they're calling this unknown planet at this point might be High Republic spoilers. That there are only certain planets that have cortosis on them,
oh right, so it's easier to narrow it down.
and this planet fits the description of one of those, and they
Right,
may just be choosing to not reveal that name yet.
right. That makes
well,
sense.
or like they're calling it the Stranger as opposed to. The thing is, they haven't even like named the Stranger. That's just like the.
Well, he has
technical
another
thing.
name. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, not calling him Darth so and so or Lord whatever is also another thing. I love how he says you have to start swimming now when theoretically she could break through the surf there right behind her over her left shoulder and be on that piece of elevated whatever that was pathway. Anyway, sorry.
Mm.
I like how she's like, I'm gonna go look around and see if I can figure this out, but I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I know that guy.
Uh-oh. But does she know that guy? Has she seen OSHA
Oh,
playing with that guy? Oh,
Didn't
I
she bring it?
found this ridiculously silly. It's like
Yeah,
Basil.
that's Stomp. It's like, what did that I thought was funny, but it was weirdly
Yeah,
like, how is he tapped
just
into that kind of thing?
squirt her in the face with
Very
steel
slapsticky,
or something.
but this was mean.
It's like the
It
picture.
really is like she just committed droid homicide right there, and
Pretty much.
with
What if I
no
reset you? What if I reset you to factory settings? Like, would they say that in Star Wars?
apparently they do now. It's
Well,
now
yeah.
canon. When the ship is down, just reboot it.
And this whole thing with the selection
On.
the selection of pieces that you can stick them on. You got a little crackle over there, I think, Spencer.
Merchandising.
Yeah, I'm very much waiting for
Yes,
that to be a
you're,
Bubo.
you're a few minutes late. We've already had this conversation.
Yeah, we talked about that. We were also talking about how they may be calling it the unknown planet because there's a planet in High Republic that it's canon. I'm pretty sure where cortosis is made, and they might not be
Yes,
calling
canon
it
as the
because
books
if
are.
they call it that name, if it is that planet, that may lead to some hints to who might be pulling the stranger's strings.
So the other connections that will be.
There's some
revealed.
connections to that planet.
Wait a minute. They're trying to make Star Wars make sense.
Okay,
Connect the
the
dots.
entire Disney Plus universe is trying to explain somehow Palpatine returned. That's what the whole thing.
Everything
all
leads
about.
back to somehow Palpatine returns.
So
That
if the
only
prequels
needs
are
to
all
retcon
about
the hell out of
trying to get Anakin to calm down, then the whole saga is about trying to explain how Palpatine returned.
Trying to get Palpatine to get the hell out of here. Cohesiveness.
Cohesiveness is. You killed Jackie. Oh no.
Oh Jesus! You need to adjust your volume over there.
That was not me. I didn't do it that time. Yes, there was the line. We missed the line.
Semantics explains Star Wars.
Well,
Semantics.
It's just another way to say from a certain point of view.
That's exactly what I gleaned from it when I first heard it. I was like, okay, you just said from a certain point of view.
Yeah.
And yeah, so ultimately that's what it breaks down to. And that's, I mean, ever since, I mean, that was in A New Hope when he told, didn't he tell Luke that?
that no, that
Obi-Wan?
was
Or was it later in one of the prequels?
that was later when he was like, "Oh, you didn't tell me that Vader was my father." So that was
Oh no, it
Jedi.
was in episode. Yeah, it was
That was
when he was
Jedi.
talking to the Force Ghost. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So, but I mean, it was original trilogy, so that counts. I
Well,
love
yeah,
how
and
he's
I mean,
like,
it's
stab
the same force. It's what you think is the light side. I think it's the dark side. What you think is the dark side. Yeah, exactly.
kind of how it's approached.
I still like the fact that if you're
This is
looking
pretty
at
intense. This whole.
this outside scene, they have barbed wire, like OSHA approved.
Yeah, why is it?
Right.
Ooh, could have took his head off if she really wanted to.
Yeah.
It's like, where is she looking? She's like looking at his Adam's apple.
Yeah. I don't know. It's still this. Now you get to see like the close up of the saber, and it's just like, eh.
It still looks crappy. It actually even looks crappier. And
There
they're
you go.
very chunky. They're like Savi's builds, which are way too
They are.
big. These are, I mean, it's great. I love it, except it should be, a few millimeters thinner.
Right. It's a big. It's
Yeah,
really.
for me and you, it's great. It fits our hand fine.
Yeah.
But for the
Yeah, for
average
anybody
user,
smaller, like I
yeah,
can
see,
just get.
yeah, exactly. That's a big piece. So
I got to work on. I think I got to recharge this. I think the battery pack.
is that a chargy one?
I think
All
it
mine
is.
are all mine are battery packs that I have to constantly replace the AAA batteries.
I think this is a chargy one.
Is that a Savi's build or a Legacy build?
This is
Or
Savi's.
Legacy Hill.
No,
Yeah,
this is
they haven't gone to Chargy with Savi's yet.
Okay,
They all
so
have this.
Are there batteries in that, or is that chargy?
Yes.
Okay.
But does it have a? Yeah, that's the battery pack.
yeah,
That's the
I have
same-
batteries in mine.
Same
So
one I have.
we just talked about what Mike was talking about with Vanessa not wanting to travel in hyperspace, that she finds it disturbing. It goes back to what
Yes.
Mike was talking about. She has visions within.
Right. It gives her issues, and those visions are what she finds disturbing.
Right. Yeah. Is so that's a big. It's not that you have to know the High Republic for this show, but like Ahsoka, where there's so many other levels. If you've seen Rebels,
Right.
yes, you covered this a couple of times on Daughters. I think when you're talking about like the Vernestra show, right?
So Ashley, you want 20 what? Hours, days? No, Ashley, this is Star Wars. It's 20 parsecs.
Yes, it doesn't matter. That's distance. Doesn't matter.
Here, I like this one. This totally should have happened in that face-off between
Uh-huh.
Osha and.
Well, that's the whole
Chimera.
level of thing. Okay. Well, you could have ended 2 episodes ago where Saul gets the best of him. Do it. Cuts his head off, and now Saul is the acolyte. Now Saul is the bad guy, and
Right.
we move on.
We shift gears or whatever.
The lightsaber immediately turns red. It just,
Oh, that would have been.
and then now, and we're done.
Season 2.
So Sherry talks about something right now. What if Vanessa is suspecting that Chimera is a stranger? My honest opinion and my theory is the reason why they had the Kylo Ren theme is I think Vanessa saw the darkness within him, either by sleeping or whatever, and had a momentary lapse like Luke did, and actually
weird reaction.
Hit him with the whip.
Overreaction. Whipped him good. Nah. Sorry.
Yeah.
So that's my opinion, is that she has regret because she turned on
Right.
Pat.
Well, they all have some sort of guilt. And some are showing it more than others. Kalnaka is the only one we really haven't seen. The fact, I mean, he went into solitude was his guilt processing. But, you know, Saul has been Mr. Sad Boy the entire time. And Vanestra's got something going in the back of her head. And Corbin, was it Corbin? Corbin Burnson that killed himself. Oh, I love that. I was like, okay, when the hell is this going to happen?
Well,
finally,
and they're like shooting their blasters are less gun blasters and more like flashlight Roman candle blasters. You notice how they're holding the things?
It looks like one of those hand blenders that you put like into a pot of soup or something.
It's gonna be May.
One thing that bugged me is this whole lead up that all of a sudden Basil is going to narc him out, and then just he finds out he knew himself. That was really cool. I tripped off of that whole timing thing where he's just like, oh, never mind, I'm going to leave, and then they show up like literally that split second later.
Oh, there you go. It was dare we say phasers?
Yeah, put phasers on stun. The other thing that bugged me is that why are they traveling in a ship that doesn't need to leave part of itself in the outer atmosphere and then have a landing craft? It's like
they don't have to have
there's no continuity in terms of the ship type or whatever. Like,
well, I think that Saul is using an old ship.
That's gotta be what it is.
The same one that they tested May on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because the stranger ship obviously was
from 13, 16 years ago.
Right. So obviously the stranger ship is here on the outside of his door.
Yeah.
So now this, like they show him repairing it. I thought there wasn't actually a scene where they showed him.
No, they did show. Yeah, they're talky, but he's doing bad soldering while.
After he tells May, I mean Osha, that she should try it on. Did anybody else get like a Green Goblin vibe or waiting for the helmet to start talking like it was for?
Yeah, I was almost expecting it to give some feedback.
Yeah,
I don't think it was confirmed, Troy. I don't know if you were here when we did that. Is Leslie Headland earlier today confirmed? It is not.
It's not.
It's not.
Very Octu like, and what was it? Ray said
that was done on
Anthony
purpose.
Said?
Yeah, that was definitely done on purpose.
Yeah, definitely. Where is that? I thought it was pretty funny. But Oc 3 was the comment.
Yeah.
Yep, we're thinking the scars from.
That's what we're thinking. Makes a lot of sense.
We think that she saw the darkness.
Yeah, there's Ray's
just
like Oc 3.
Luke saw it in Ben. Oc 3, that needs to be a shirt.
And
definitely.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, so that's what your whole thing is, Spencer, is that she had some kind of force vision that made her freak out on Chimere and whip him good, and then force him out of the order
during a hyperspace jump.
Oh, while she had like vision during the thing, and that's what, and then like wherever they ended up, she left him there or something.
And triggered.
You put the helmet on, and then Jarvis pops up and explains everything.
Got to have your heads-up display.
But
this is great acting on Daphne Keene's part.
You want to like go for twist the heartstrings. It's just like, let's have extreme close-up on Jackie's
dead guy. Yeah.
Oh,
and there's Jord.
Jord's
deadness.
Did anybody see the behind-the-scenes picture of Daphne wearing Jord's wig?
No.
It's so freaking funny. She stuck into his trailer and put the wig on.
That's funny.
Somehow Jarvis.
So there's the fake Plo Koon. Do we ever find out what his actual name is?
Yeah,
it's actual name.
I'm sure someone knows.
Your microphone is acting wacky now, Mike.
His name is No Koon. Spencer.
No Koo. Yeah, somehow Jarvis arrived. Jackie was jarring.
Well, yeah, is Anthony. I mean, this Star Wars is cyclical. Okay, we
It's like poetry. It sucks. Oh, that's a Mark Von Olin line. Sorry.
That needs to be a shirt. It's like poetry. It sucks.
Oh
Like
yeah,
the
that
MPO.
really does need to be a shirt, actually.
It's like they. Oh, here it comes.
I loved that. The last time we saw that was Yoda pulling
Oh
his,
yeah,
his
the flipping it
saber
out of
off
the holster.
the hilt. I mean, the saber off the belt into his hand thing. I love that. Here it looked a lot weirder. I mean, the angle made it look kind of cool, but when Yoda did it, it was pretty badass. I mean, it was the first time, and then you saw him top around.
The first
We
thing the
talked
guy
about this
said,
a little bit in the support group too the other night. Is that
This whole thing has been very much like a procedural, though. So
there's so many. There's so many more Jedi at this time with the High Republic. So many more of them have so many different jobs.
right, somebody's got to take that role, right? So,
Is there's like your investigator type and your this and that, whereas there's so few comparatively Jedi in even the prequel era.
they
that
kind of
we're
all
seeing is
do.
they kind of
like a
all do
catch-all.
all the things,
Yeah.
we were talking about the
especially
support group as
Obi-Wan
well.
and Anakin, because it's all about Anakin.
Your
Like the
microphone
fluorescent
seems low,
lights that are above
Spencer.
this table. It's like he's prepping her for surgery. He's gonna mod her.
No, we do not mention those things. No.
She's got the modder hair. He doesn't. So, if what was his name? Something Cat.
Oh, I know what you're
The
talking
DJ,
about.
the DJ that actually played the modder. I forget his name.
Oh, Thundercat.
Thundercat, yeah, or Thundercat. Anyways, that would be an amazing like mashup with this scene. Like he could be standing right there on the left side of the table, ready to go and modify her.
That's right.
So the greebly on her outfit there bugged me a little bit, a little plasticky,
Yeah.
but and I totally thought that was the end of the
Yep.
episode.
I thought we were about to see credits, and then
Yeah,
nope,
exactly.
they didn't.
I was like watching, okay, and then my focus changed to something else I had on my other monitor, and I was like, wait a second, there's no credits rolling in my peripheral vision. What's going on? And it's like, oh, okay, let's see what's going to happen here. Is it still warm from his work?
But there you go. There's the vein of
that
cortosis.
It's very telltale of that this is a mining colony planet of some sort.
And that may tell us what the name of this planet is.
Right. That connection, like you said, is very likely. That helmet has been through some shit, though.
I don't think it has. I think he just sucks at welding.
Okay.
And it just
but it seems like
made.
Wouldn't you start out with like more of a pristine version of this, like whatever the source material was?
I think it's difficult to mine, and like, I mean, he has this little hand torque.
Well, that's true.
The Vader breathing in this was.
Yeah. What really bugged me is what, like, the literal no vision thing.
Yes.
The literal no vision. Like, those slits are nothing.
Well, but see, we talked about that in the other night too. Is that
and there it is.
Vernestra had a Padawan, and
Right.
that particular Padawan in the High Republic had sensory issues. So would this be a possibility to allude to Chimera or the Stranger's actual person?
Right.
Would be, this is why he's made this helmet out of cortosis that blocks out the entire.
Yeah, we were talking about in the after show not the after show.
So he basically became Magneto.
Group. Basically, he's like,
yeah.
But that's secondary. I think the fact that somebody can't get into his head is lesser than the fact that he can be sort of in himself versus being overwhelmed by all the sensory things that are being pushed at him. So
Did anybody else get like a
it's like a
when
kid wearing a pair of earmuffs or gun mufflers or whatever in public, because that just lessens the amount of shit that they take in and have to react to.
Yeah,
anybody
see,
get
Ray, I noticed that, and that's one thing I really don't like about the.
Yeah, those lenses are giant compared to what you see in this.
So did anybody else get when Anakin gets put into the helmet for the first time kind of vibes, like, you
A
know,
little bit, and then he was mentioning when you went away that you hear the sort of the Vader breathing.
yes,
kind
and
of
I
thing.
got
It's
that, but I
very much
also
a
got,
parallel to that whole thing.
but almost like I was almost expecting like the display of when Anakin first saw when he got the face
Like
mask
lights
on.
come on inside the helmet, kind of
Right.
red lights or whatever.
So
Right.
that would be a very interesting choice, and I think a pretty cool choice right there is if they kind of do
Right, if they
reveal or give the
lean into that.
representation of
Yeah.
a character who is on the spectrum. I think that's
Well,
that's
first
pretty
of all, it's
powerful.
too woke, and second of all, it would be amazingly embraced by that community for sure.
I knew I wasn't gonna say that word, but yeah, you said it. I was thinking, I was like, someone's gonna say that word.
But
I hate
That word
freaking
is so
word.
dumb.
I hate that word.
That is.
Bad.
I mean,
Like, I'd
I
rather
don't
be
know that
woke
they're going
than
there, so
asleep.
don't write your angry letters and your wokeness or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Send them
I
to
think if you're looking for having Star Wars to a part of Star Wars to represent everyone, which we all want it to be, yes, right there. Angry notes to Dave at Virtual Cantina
yeah,
Network.
definitely call out
Yeah.
Dave. And
But I think
Dave's not here, man.
excellent, cool potential to represent, because here's facts right now. We have already so many Star Wars fans who are on the spectrum.
Yeah.
You
need to adjust your volume there, Spencer, but that's okay. We'll figure this out.
Yeah. No, but the thing is that all of us in some sort of capacity have something, whether it be ADD. Well, actually, I'm sure all of us have ADD at some sort of capacity.
To an
We all like
extent.
we all like squirrels.
Yeah, definitely.
But we all go off on tangents. But the fact is that we're, everybody's being represented in Star Wars these days, and whether you like it or not,
And kind of always has been. But
yes, it really has.
I mean, obviously at the very beginning, it was very much, white male, but there was always the lead female, and then they were conscious of adding in a person of color or two here and there, so they tried to be inclusive. And then since then, it's been very much like, I mean, you go to an alien planet and everybody's different. It's like, how can you not be inclusive at that point?
Yeah, Star Wars hasn't beat you over the head with it and spelled it out and said, infinite diversity, and they have not done Star Trek. But but they have been inclusive for their day. I mean, the fact that Carrie was essentially the lead, and Leia was all that was really keeping Luke and Han alive.
Yeah, she definitely was the force that kept everyone going.
But it was progressive for its day. By today's standards, no.
Well, to that end, when you had Kirk not only kissing an alien, but also back in the day kissing Uhura.
Oh, absolutely.
Then back in that day, they would have been canceled just by the nerds because of stupidity and negligence. And
it's amazing how well it's because the fact that the ability to be vocal required you wrote a letter to CBS,
right?
And maybe they got 1,000 letters, maybe they got 100,000 letters, maybe they got 10 letters, who knows what it was, but that is them absorbing that and dealing with that. And it doesn't need to be everybody knows that everybody wrote a letter about this and like, oh, now I can amplify my voice because I didn't like it, or kind of thing. It was it happened, and we moved on basically.
Well, and that anybody says that these shows have never been woke and there's no place for
Oh,
that,
that too.
it's ridiculous because Star Wars always has been. Star Trek, which there's entire episodes of the Unifying Force on how, George took ideas from everywhere. And if you think that some of those ideas were not from Star Trek, you're wrong.
Oh, big time.
So
There was a lot of
but
reciprocation between
and
Star
and
Trek
you're
and
talking
Star
about
Wars.
representation and things. I mean, Nichelle Nichols stayed on Star Trek by the request of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Like
Right.
an actual like he took her aside and said, "No, you got to stay on
We
the show."
need that representation. You sit your
So,
your
yeah.
No,
nice
there's
butt
no
down.
need for the soapbox
Hey.
mafia to come out and
Don't get
you know,
affected by that nonsense. Is really what it came down to.
But I digress. But anyway,
Yeah.
great
I'm a
episode.
professional digresser.
Yes, I know. I know you are. You're a digressor. I'm the sarcasshole, and we're trying to figure out what Dave.
You're an
the
enabler.
instigator and the
Oh, I'm an enabler too. Yes.
and
But
whole thing.
anyway, 2 more episodes left. So much work to
So
go.
much we want to know.
3/4 of the way through this series
But
or this season at least.
So very cool. But yes, don't forget as well. In 4 weeks from today, we will be rocking and rolling over in Batu
July
West.
3rd. Yeah.
So very
It's going to be a
excited.
great day in Disneyland. That day is going to be pretty intense.
It's been so much fun. We had so much fun the last time when we did it as well. But excited for the
Ready?
Boonta Eves. Excited to spend time.
There
Yeah,
it is.
excited to spend time with our family and friends. I mean, we all talk about it like we're doing all these great things, but the things we talk about the most from the first day of vacation are the stories and the inside jokes, and the
exactly
fun.
what I was saying. The interactions, the little things that some nonsense will happen and people will react to it, and all of a sudden everybody's all about that kind of thing. Those are the fun things. So
That's why we always say, Anthony, be like Skip, no FOMO.
Yes.
Yes.
Because
the first family vacation, that's where, like, even though we're super close geographically, that's where I met Skip in Orlando.
Not having the connection to begin with, it's like, okay, we can diverge on an individual spot, and then from there we can break out into our own areas again, kind of thing.
No, it's gonna be great. I'm very excited. I'm excited to experience it with all of you, and we, the 3 of us, will make sure that at every stop we go to, we'll be showing up on the VCN or on the Facebook, doing live updates.
Yeah, we need to do a lot of live streams.
That's something we'll talk about afterwards. But yeah,
no, talk about it now.
No, Troy, we're excited to see you. Excited to have you join the crew. We're gonna have such a great time. And if you're in the Southern California or the Northern California area and want to join us, please do. We welcome you to join us at any particular stop.
Yeah, show up, even if you're not officially on the trip. These are public events that we're having.
More the merrier. Everybody's welcome. Man. Yeah, you want to come out, even if you're just, I would say almost, especially if you're not on the trip. If you have an opportunity to be nearby something that's one of these activities that's going on, do it. You're going to be better for it. You're going to enjoy it. You're going to be happy that you made it. Seeing the photos after the fact is nice, but static is bugging me right now. But the FOMO is really literally there. When you see those photos after the fact, you'll be like, wow, I could have just, cruised up for a little while and hung out and enjoyed that.
There's a bunch of people who just found out about what we're doing, and we're going to San Diego Comic-Con, and they're like, you know something? I'm going to rent a car and drive to LA just to go to Scott.
Nice.
Perfect.
Well, I thought it was pretty interesting that the official San Diego Comic-Con blog, well, not the unofficial,
official,
which is actually the information kind of hub, unfortunately, listed us as an activity for the Saturday meetup that we're doing,
which is hilarious considering the fact that I didn't submit that or anything of nature, that they found
yeah,
us
they
and
just gleaned it, right?
they gleaned it. And the thing is that people are latching onto it because there's no real
Yeah.
major, like Bernie's events are done, Mosh is done at that point.
Right.
So
But it's interesting that night is sort of things have sort of calmed down a little bit, because there's a lot of really cool parties the nights leading up to Saturday, but Saturday just has the industry stuff, which a lot of people like to go to, but not everybody has access to. So this
we gotta
is
get,
an open bar off a lobby in a hotel. Thankfully, it's a very large space overall, so we will hopefully be able to accommodate what we need to accommodate. But we had a great time last year. There was 30 plus people that showed up, and that's pretty big for a meetup outside of what is it, Rhode Island Comic Con?
Rhode Island Celebration, but also you'd never
And
know
Celebration.
who might show up at one of our
Yeah, we had a
events.
good handful of Star Wars actors there. I got to meet the stand-in for Leia in Obi-Wan. She's very nice.
Molly, yeah.
And yeah, Molly, she was very cool. And of course, our regulars like Leilani was there, and Chris Bartlett was there. Yeah, so it was, and he was kind of enthralled in this conversation that Lamont had with his girlfriend about Babylon 5 or Star Trek or some other sci-fi that wasn't Star Wars specific, and he's just kind of taking it in while he's chilling, you know.
Oh, they started talking about Star Trek, who Chris's girlfriend is a huge Star Trek fan. So
Lamont's a freaking Trekkie, Trek, whatever the hell. He's big time into Trek.
Yes. No, but it's gonna be a lot of fun. A lot of people are going. I also want to say is that if you have an opportunity to go to any of the XLE events on the Wednesday through Friday,
Bernie and Elvin, their crew is amazing. They do so much in terms of creating an environment that is just immersive, regardless of what the theme is. And they have some great themes this year. But every night will be an amazing party. It'll have amazing people on stage. It'll have an amazing DJ. I'm pretty sure that DJ Elliott and Atomic Blonde.
Yep, they're both on it.
And some other
quick props over to DJ Elliott, who is spinning at the Magic Kingdom as we speak right now.
I saw that
for
video.
the 4th of July celebration.
Getting loaded up. Yeah.
So, which is great. But also, if you go to XLE, you might see this logo on their step and repeat.
Nice. Well, and because they've got like
their logo will be on ours.
At least like 3 events. I know they've got the anti-hero after party.
Yeah, they're doing Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and that's what Spencer mentioned. That
and then Friday is also Mosh as well.
Okay.
Mosh Ice is up against their Friday event.
Oh, so there's another event. So that last year they did a Saturday night event, and we went to that after the meetup.
But anyway, please take a look at their stuff. They do some great work. They are our promotional partners for Boonta Eve Special Edition this year. And also, once again, check out Hyperspace Props for all your cosplaying and sabacc needs. Right now, you use the code Boonta. Make up your minds, man. Holy snap.
Exactly. All right. Just a lot of clicking back and forth. That's all.
Stop trying to make fetch happen, guys.
But besides Hyperspace Props, you did mention Experience Level Entertainment.
There's all of our sponsors. Let's give a props over to Hyperspace Props, XLE, Rebel Scum Con, Scotty's Toy Shop, Rebel Base Comics and Toys, My MTA Travel, Nerf Her Company, Star Wars Fan Fun Day, Elite Signatures, Sean Purcell's Droid Dreams Travel, Wagon and Walk-In, Andy's Boat Repair, K&K Pressing, Fruckle Construction and Realty, and Chase the Pack.
Oh, yeah. And I will click that one. There we go.
But yes. I do want to thank all of them because honestly, without our sponsors, half the stuff we're doing would not be possible. So thank you very much. And thank you for being part of the community. because we're all in this for the greater good of the fandom, which we are
Oh,
at
yeah.
68.2 thousand members as of today.
Have that in here. I didn't load it. All
But
right. Yeah. Well, we have
anywho,
a ton of members.
so a lot of great stuff. Very excited about that. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Dave, what can people over the 4th of July weekend hear from the network?
Oh, we've still got stuff going on over the 4th of July. Like I said, there's no watch along tomorrow night. We moved that up. So go and enjoy whatever 4th of July activities that you want to.
And then come home and watch stuff on the VCN anyways.
Exactly. Is you can totally go back and hit a lot. There's episodes of the speaker series and watch alongs that we've done with a ton of the guests that are going to be at the Boonta Eve. Go ahead and get your questions prepared. Go back over those. Watch any of the content on the VCN. But dropping at midnight tomorrow, midnight Pacific, is going to be the Acolyte after show. They're going to go into depth. If you want to know more about the unknown planet, they're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
If you want to
Mike
know
was
about
going over some of his points last night during the happy hour, and they had quite a few. So
yeah, they're going to do a deep dive. That drops at midnight Pacific, 3 a.m. Eastern. So plenty of time to come home after the fireworks, catch that. And then Sunday, the Jedi Archives guys are back for another round of the High Republic comic, and they talk and tell you all of the things that you need to know about how some of those things connect to.
yeah, there's a lot of connections into the current stuff as well. So
Excellent day. So, anyways, we'll see you guys next week for episode 7 of The Acolyte. But please come back and join us. Don't forget, if you are on our YouTube page, our VCN, please like, subscribe, and ring that bell. Get notifications of when we go live, because you never know what might happen here on the VCN. You can catch us on all the social media. And don't forget, yes, we are on X.
oh yeah, we're everywhere.
Because X is going to give it to you.
And
Anyway,
we're streaming currently on X, so that's cool.
yes, we are. So anyway, from Jeff, from Dave, from Spencer saying, for light and life, and may the fourth with you. They need
Feel
to
that
say that
thread.
before the end of the episode. I'm telling you.
To the spires.
Yes. One of those. Anyways, bye-bye.